Hello everybody and welcome back to Space Engine. I haven't played this in a while. Well, actually wait, it's been a couple weeks maybe? I don't know. Is this real? It most certainly is. Let's go there. So we're gonna go right off the bat to places you people have asked me to go. And so far I am liking this. I like ring-ed planets. Planets and moons with rings. Oh, they're lovely. This one has life too, marine and terrestrial. And it's organic. And the atmosphere is carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and oxygen. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Um, I like the three principal rings and then the ones around them. It's pretty cool. I actually haven't had a terribly good day today, so I'm just trying to just make it go away and play video games. Which I don't really play games to have fun. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I do actually. I do play games to have fun. I'm thinking of. Well, it depends on the game, really. Most of the time I play to have fun, just because I don't actually care about doing stories. But sometimes I'll just play to win, but not often. Alright, Control V. Is this one real? Yes, it is. Away we go. That's another Terra with life, and it also has little rings. Oh, it's adorable. Look at that, itty bitty rings. But no, it's been weird. I had kind of an episode earlier today, which I don't actually doesn't happen to me, so it was weird. Cause it's like oh, actually, it's gonna go while I'm talking about this. Oh wait, this is the same one. These planets, those planets are the same ones. Oh no, wait, this one is a little bit different. Haha. Anyways, it's like, well, like you guys know that I was on anti-anxiety medication until, well, actually for 2 years, since April. I got off it, and that's all well and good. However, it unfortunately, oh, I activated there. It unfortunately left me with a parting gift called protracted withdrawal, which means that I occasionally have these ups and downs where I'll start getting withdrawal symptoms despite not being on it for months. And theoretically, it can last for months more and potentially years, but I'm pretty sure it's only going to last a few months for me, because I was only on it for 2 years and on the lowest dosage, but I don't know. Either way, it really screws up my emotions sometimes, and this is a cool planet. But along with that, I've kind of always had, I'm not going to call them bipolar leanings, but not actually bipolar. It's like borderline personality disorder. I don't know. Either way, I occasionally get these manic depressive swings. I can generally control them though, so they don't actually interfere with my life in any significant way. But today I was putting together, like those what are they called? Like earth metal models. It's like these little, you get these cutouts of these like metal sheets and you put them together and they make models and stuff out of metal, and they're actually pretty cool. I had an X-wing one I was working on, and it wasn't going. It was going well, but I spent like 20 minutes trying to make one piece fit because it was absolutely microscopic. And then I put the wings together, but the instructions weren't terribly. Oh look, the Eye of the Storm weren't terribly, I guess, forthcoming, because the wings have to be put together in this very, very specific fashion, and but the diagram didn't indicate in any way what side has to be facing up and what side doesn't. So I put the wings together, and in poor model making form, this is actually my fault, I attached the one side before making sure everything fit, so it didn't, and I couldn't undo it. I couldn't undo the tabs, and I couldn't get it out, and it just made me angry. Okay, I have to do that's why. Not getting the question mark. There is no question mark. What the hell? Anyways, so it just made me really, really annoyed, and I couldn't fix it. I couldn't pull the wings apart, and I was pretty much ruined the model then and there. And I just had a moment where I just got really angry, so I just went, whatever. And I just like squished it like a can and threw it away, and then felt really confused because I don't do that. I don't break things when I'm mad. I've never done that. It was very disconcerting because I don't do that, and it made me, like, the model itself I didn't really care about because it's a Star Wars thing, and I like Star Wars, but I'm not a huge fan of Star Wars. I don't know. And they're also pretty cheap and easy to replace. Actually, they have this Kepler telescope and Hubble telescope I want to get. Anyways, that's not important. The point is, it was very disconcerting. So that's been my day, having to deal with emotional swings that I don't normally have to deal with. A frozen ice world. But yeah, antidepressants suck. If you don't have to get on them, I suggest you don't do it. I wouldn't have been on them if I was actually warned that things existed that they didn't warn me about. Oh well. Life's hard, but just live and learn. It shouldn't last forever. It shouldn't last forever. Anyways, before I get depressing, let's go elsewhere. Go to the second galaxy, RG0001. That's a fantastic idea, and I'm going to do that right now. I keep pushing the wrong button. Control V. Okay. Go to. Thwump. Well, it's not terribly different. It's not terribly interesting either. But it's definitely something. It is definitely something. What's this? Or this planet? Alright, I'll check that out now. Okay, well, let's go into the galaxy and find one planet before leaving. What kind of person would I be to do otherwise? Yeah, antidepressants suck. They really do. Especially the one I was on. It was just absolute trash. Well, I suppose it did help with the anxiety to a degree, but it was all very artificial, and I didn't like it. And then coming off it is really hard. And then I actually had to go to the... I've gone to the ER twice because of this whole thing. But, not in any danger, mind you, just severe, withdrawal, panic attack thingies that aren't actually harmful, but they, make me feel terrified. But, I was actually told, it's like, well, you can go on other medications too to help, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna say no. I don't want to do more antidepressants, because it's just, no. Ah, there we go. So I'm not gonna do that. They suck. They really do. They're kind of evil. Alright, let's go to the first one here. Actually, speaking of evil, I had a thought the other day, which I thought was interesting. Ah, go away. Oh, this is a very blue planet. But it's like, what? Actually, what was it? It was like, are parasites evil? Like, tapeworms, botflies, things like that. Like, are they evil? Now, people would be inclined to say yes, because what they do is awful and everyone hates them. But are they actually evil? Like, do they fit the definition of evil? Because you think about it, I think like a botfly, if you don't know what a botfly is, don't look it up, you will regret it. They're flies, and their larvae, like, dig into the skin of creatures, and it's really, really disturbing. Anyways, but I use them as my example, because I hate them more than anything else. But, they're not being malicious about what they do. Like, you think about it, they're not out to get you because they get enjoyment from it or because they want to. They're out to get you because that's how they evolved. And this planet looks very familiar. So it's like, is it really evil if they're just doing what they're supposed to do? Like, I don't know, it's like, a botfly doesn't, like, maliciously hurt people because it wants to. It does it because it has to survive. So I was thinking, it's like, huh, like same with tapeworms. It's like everyone hates them, but are they actually evil? Now some might say leeches are evil because they drink blood and all that, but I actually like leeches. It's really weird to say, but I can't really think of a reason to dislike leeches. Sure, they say they suck blood, but if you've ever actually like watched a living leech, they're actually quite pretty. They have like green on their stuff, like they have like green patterns, and they swim really gracefully. And I actually like leeches. I think they're kind of cool and in some ways kind of cute, which is really weird because they're a flatworm. But I don't know. It's like, are parasites evil? And it made me I was like lying in bed for like 2 hours just thinking about this, and it was like, I need to actually go to sleep. This is fascinating. Right then, do NGC 97. I'll see if Space Engine will let me. It better. No. Well, let's just do this then. There's 9-8. And then, NGC 9-7. Hey, it does exist. Oh, I know it existed, but within the realm of the game, I meant. And if I'm correctly, this is a... Yeah, like an elliptical galaxy. Very big. A lot of stars. Actually, this is kind of like these are kind of like the retirement homes of the universe. All of the old stars go here to die. Well, they don't go here, but I mean these galaxies are full of just like old stars, and there's like no there's no new star formation, so they're full of geriatric stars. So they're kind of like, how did Neil deGrasse Tyson put it? They're kind of like the Florida of the universe, of the star world, because you go here and all you find is retired old stars. Although I don't know why anyone would unironically go to Florida. No offense if you live in Florida and or like Florida, but I reserve the right to make fun of Florida at any given time because it's hilarious. It's also probably not going to exist for very long. Yeah. Good luck with that clean coal. When large swaths of your country are part of the Atlantic Ocean and the yeah, it's gonna be fun. Anyways, where else do I need to go? SN 1106. Well, it's yay SN 1006. I'm not sure if he wants me to go there, but I'm gonna try it anyways. Go away, catalog. Control V. Is it a thing? Not found. Alright. Unless that was... I have no idea. Let's go this one instead. Oop. RS84... A lot of words. Letters. Yes, letters, not numbers. It's one of those days. My brain isn't fully... Whatever. I'm probably actually going to play some more Astroneer after this, because that game is actually really fun. And... Whoa. I mean, the Oceania is pretty, and I'm liking that. But look at its host planet. All that debris. Ooh. Look at this. I swear, I used to have furniture with this patterning on it. This is really weird, guys. This is like something out of a Dr. Seuss book. Like, the cover to The Places You'll Go. That's what this reminds me of. It's like something out of Dr. Seuss or Tim Burton. Or Tim Burton, Dr. Seuss. Could you imagine if the two of them, like, well, I don't think Dr. Seuss is still alive, but he might be. I don't think he is. But like, imagine if the two of them got together and wrote something and illustrated, or it would be weird. It'd be like, yeah, this is a really weird place. I'm enjoying it. Look at this. I want to live here. Well, not for very long, mind you. I'd probably get tired of the color palette and take a fork to my eyes. But still, that's really cool. Now then, where's its host planet? Or I should say its parent body. Look at all the moons it has. It has 231 moons. Let's find a random one and go to it. Like this one right here. It's a cold asteroid. And it kills my graphics, so we're not going to do that actually. Can I go to any of these without them killing my graphics? It appears the asteroids and the comets are the ones that destroy my graphics. Woo, look at it whip by. Oh, this is so cool. I am in love with this. I want to mine it, get all the resources. I'm actually a big fan of mining, of asteroid mining. I actually contacted Planetary Resources and Deep Space Industries the other day and asked them some questions, waiting to hear back. Oh, then again, I also contacted a number of world governments for a polling research I'm doing, because you know I'm cool like that. Yeah, it's like I contacted representatives of the Canadian government, American government, Chinese government, Australian government, Russian government, and I've talked to the UN before, but I didn't have to this time because they're not a nation. They're a supranational organization. And people always think that contacting governments is scary. It really isn't. You can just like contact them and ask them questions, and as long as you're polite, they don't like they'll either ignore you or answer back. It's like it's like you can literally email or message like Vladimir Putin, and he won't come after you unless you like threaten his life. So, which honestly, anyone who's dumb enough to contact a government official and threaten their life deserves to be put away because that's not a very smart thing to do. I'm very polite. But I'm doing some polling research, actually. The Americans got back to me, and they said not really. But I was expecting that. Because the question was basically like, so what was it? I'm trying to think how to word it. It was basically, how does insert your government name here feel about the concept of global federalism? Basically like an institution in which you have countries do not lose their sovereignty, nationality, borders, or government. However, they answer to an international federal government, like a federation. And, well, the Americans, they just said, we can't really answer that fully because our government's made up a lot of stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I didn't expect that much from you anyways. Still waiting to hear back from everyone else, though. I have a feeling the Chinese would be for it because it would be very lucrative financially. The Australians, maybe, but I'm not entirely sure. They're pretty separatist. Canadians, yeah, we're all for peace, so I can almost guarantee our government would be all for that. Russia, maybe. That one's also questionable. In some ways, they do care about peace and security, but in other ways, they also want to like push around the Baltic states. So, and in a federal system, they wouldn't be allowed to do that. So I don't know. It's questionable. Who else was it? China, Australia, United States, Canada, Russia. I think that was it. I don't know. Either way, I'm actually a huge fan of global federalism. And that'll become more apparent, actually, in the months to come. Keep an eye out for that. Mostly because it would ensure human safety and prosperity without destroying sovereignty, nationality, or infringing on rights. It's actually quite amusing, because talking to, especially conservatives, they don't like the idea. Because, well, you talk about a global world government, and they get all upset and think that you're talking about the New World Order, or you're going to take away their guns. And I'm like, no, that's all for your local government to deal with. A federal government wouldn't do any of that. They would basically, it would basically be like the UN, but with actual power, where you have basic rules and regulations regarding human rights and whatnot, but for absolutely everything else, your national government does all the work. Like, your country still self-governs and still goes on business as usual. It just, for international affairs, answers to a federal government made up of representatives of every nation, and not controlled by a single person. That one, it's like working on the concept. It's like, yeah, no, I don't. A council, yes, and but like a president or whatever, no. That's something about Star Trek that always got me. They had a federal council, which I liked. Then they had a president of the Federation who was like the head executive body. So you have one person in control of the entire Federation of Planets. And I'm like, that's a terrible, terrible idea. You don't give that much power to a single person. You have to have checks and balances in place to prevent corruption and overuse of power. Ariel. Which is why for like a Earth Federation or a Terran Federation, I like to call it, because we're all Terran, literally. It'd be best if you have like different layers. You have like a General Assembly comprising one representative from every nation, basically, and then above that you have different bodies, maybe a Senate, I'm not quite sure, but at the highest point, the head of office would be a council made up of representatives, probably from elected from or to represent continents or territories. I have to say that because I don't like the idea of one person as the representative for all of Eurasia. which is Europe, Asia. Yeah, because first of all, well, actually, it'd be Europe and Asia. So I guess Eurasia technically would be Russia and Asia and the Middle East, because um, East Eurasia is, well, it's Middle East and Russia and all that. It's completely different to, or Western, I should say, is different to Eastern Eurasia, which is China, Japan, Philippines, Laos, like those countries. So I feel that there would be a breakup between, well, you'd have Europe and then Asia. Why am I saying, whatever. Again, so you'd have two representatives for Asia, breaking up from East Asia and West Asia. And then Oceania, North America, South America. Antarctica doesn't get a say because nobody lives there except for researchers. I don't know, that's actually... This is actually what my book that I wrote was all about, is just this topic. And I'm actually writing up a structure for it right now. And I've been terrorizing some local governments about information and stuff. It's a long story, but basically, as... I'm going to say it's a hobby, but it's also self-preservation, and to keep my mind in check, I'm working to build this, because why not? If nothing else, it'll be a fun political movement that, will go nowhere, and no harm done. Ooh, let's go there instead. Oh. Well, I guess I'm going to have to leave it there then. Thanks, game. Thank you. But I will talk to you all later. I'll probably be playing some Astroneer, so from my point of view, I'll probably be talking to you, well, in like 20 minutes. But, yeah, no, this is it for Space Engine, so thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and space.